Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is DerRic Starlight, and I come from the Tsuut'ina Nation, which is west of Calgary. And what I do for a living is I travel across the country with my Aboriginal puppet characters. When I was a kid, the Muppet Show was the biggest thing on television, just as big as SpongeBob is today and The Simpsons. I was a CBC kid. Before there was all these big CGI cartoons, all CBC had was puppets. There was Mr. Dress-Up, the Friendly Giant, and at 11 o'clock every morning there was Sesame Street. I used to bug my mother all the time to take me downtown Calgary because I thought that Sesame Street was downtown. And I always wanted to go downtown to see if Cookie Monster was down there, and Bert and Ernie and Big Bird. And once again, I thought Sesame Street was downtown Calgary. But my mother told me if you write a letter to Santa Claus, one day you'll meet all the Muppets. So I wrote a letter to Santa Claus, and I opened up all my presents, and there was all the Muppet characters. I was a very young child at the time. And I remember opening up a big red box, and it was Kermit the Frog. And from there I was hooked to puppets and the Muppets. And I used to play with the characters with all my cousins. My grandmother, she had 14 children, so we had a big family. And my first puppet shows were at Thanksgiving and at Christmas time. And throughout the years, by playing with these characters, I learned how to do every single one of their voices. My favorite character of all time was always Kermit the Frog. Now, Jim Henson, who created all the Muppet characters, would call the art of puppetry Muppet magic. And with Muppet magic, if you can make your character look real to the audience, then that's where the magic comes from. So, this is Kermit the Frog here. And with all the voices that I could do, I learned how to do his voice and every single Muppet character voices that there are today here. So, Kermit the Frog, can you say hello to everybody?
No? Hi there! This is Kermit the Frog here, and I would just like to say hello to everybody out there in native land. I would like to also announce to all the native people that I, Kermit the Frog here, will be running for chief out in Frog Lake. And my running mate will be Miss Piggy. But the native people, they don't call her Miss Piggy. They call her Pocahontas. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we have a wonderful show for you guys today here. So sit back, relax, and have a good time. Thank you, and thank you. Yay!
So, again, it's called Muppet magic, making your puppet look real.
I really hope I look real to everybody out there.
Okay. Well, we got more characters here today besides Kermit the Frog here, so I hope you enjoy today's programming here. A lot of characters, I've learned how to do, it's just by, everybody has vocal cords, and they're like elastic bands, so you can stretch them, any way you want to. And I think everybody could do Muppet voices and all the voices that I can do, just by a lot of practice. And again, I've been doing this for quite some time here. Like Animal here.
Hi everybody. Hi.
So Animal came quite natural to me.
Natural.
How are you doing today, Animal?
Okay.
How about a song here?
Okay. Me, Animal, sing power music to all good-looking native women out there, okay? All right, here we go. Way ya wa hey ya hey
all go back to Canada. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. What? Native women don't like animal? Me can be native. Me look like a reserve dog. Ah, okay, bye-bye. Ah, bye.
So again, just by playing with all these Muppet characters, I learned how to do over 350 different voices. And all the characters that I had when I was a child, I would bring them to school, and all the white kids at school, they really liked these Muppet characters, and I would entertain the children at recess and at lunchtime. But I had to transport these Muppet characters from my home. We lived far up west of the Sutuna reservation. It took me an hour to get to school every day. So I had to transport my Muppet characters from home to school. And the boys on the bus, they used to tease me a lot for playing with these Muppet characters because, you know, you've never seen somebody do this before. And so I would get teased and bullied a lot for playing with these characters. But I remember the very first day of kindergarten when I went to school, my mother had told me, if you finish your school, one day you'll work on television and do puppets. And I believed her all those years. So I would take my puppets to school, and the teachers at school, they saw what I was doing with these characters. I was entertaining children at recess and at lunchtime. So we used to have the DerRic Starlight Muppet Show on Friday afternoons in the library. So I had to transport my Muppet characters from home to school and back and forth, and try to avoid the bullies from beating me up or making fun of me. But again, it was something that I really loved to do. And, you know, again, like most of these characters I have now were actually my daughters. The Muppet characters that I have gotten old and fell apart. And, you know, Cookie Monster here, you know, was one of my favorite characters. And him and Kermit were the first voices that I learned how to do.
Hello there, me Cookie Monster, ahaha. You know, me Cookie Monster, me so sad because, you know, every time me go to reservation, nobody give me cookie. Yeah, they just give me bannock. Now, me a Cookie Monster, me no bannock monster. Oh, yeah, bannock make me feel fat. Me feel greasy. Me get googly eyes. Me look like a band counselor. Oh, okay, well next time give me cookie. No.
So, with, when I got older, you know, I'd started to, you know, really believe in the dream that I can work in television with these puppets. And so I remember after high school, I went to Vancouver Film School when I was only 17 years old. Right away, I went out there and I learned the art of film. And when Jim Henson passed away in 1990, the creator of all the Muppet characters, that was the day I dedicated my life to the art of puppetry. And when I started doing shows for the reservation of Sutuna, I went and got on the breakfast show. And when I got on the breakfast show, all the reservations from Siksiga to Morley, Hobima, Muscatcheesnell, and the Blood Reservation, they all start phoning for me to do puppet shows in the area. And that's where the balls start rolling. And then I met a guy who was about yay high, who was very short. He looked like one of the hobbits off Lord of the Rings. His name was Don Burnstick. He still looks like a hobbit, you know. And he's the one that put me on the map. He had me open up his shows, and he told me when you do the Muppet characters, make them do native stuff. Something that they've never seen on television before. And these were good words of advice that Don Bernstick would always tell me. So, when I brought these Muppet characters to the powwow, like for instance Elmo, what would it be like if Elmo were to sing a song at a powwow with the drum? Okay, are you ready to sing, Elmo?
I'm ready.
Okay, take it away, Elmo. Okay, thanks a lot, Elmo.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So, Elmo singing powwow and, Kermit the Frog running for chief, these are native jokes. And these are jokes that, the real Muppets couldn't get away with. So, when the ball started rolling and I started getting notoriety on the comedy circuit with reservation comedies, I decided to create my own cast of Muppet characters. And with these characters, I put them on television. APTN, started to become big, and I got on a television show called Beyond Words. It was my very first television series, and it was filmed out in Vancouver. And I remember the very first day of filming, I held up one of my puppet characters, and it was on a hill. And the director had said, action. And when I heard that word action, and it was my first day on APTN with my Aboriginal puppet characters, all I can think about was my mother saying that, the very first day of school, saying, if you finish your school, one day you'll work in television. So to all the students out there, always follow your dreams, and no matter what it is, and don't let anybody discourage you. Anything's possible in the world. And if you keep doing it and doing it and doing it, people will see. And, it may take, a year or 2 years to find your dream, or it may take 20 years. But as long as you keep doing it, the better you'll get at it. So I created my own cast of Aboriginal puppet characters. And this first character, I call her Wind Dancer. Now, there's several different wind dancers that I've had. This one's a roadshow puppet that I made. And she's Blackfoot. And Wind Dancer hosted the Aboriginal People's Television Awards, the Aboriginal Achievement Awards, one year with Adam Beach. And Wind Dancer is very, very shy. When young Native women come up to the mic or in front of the camera, they get really, really shy. So can everyone say hi, Wind Dancer?
Hiya! Say hello to me! As if nobody will say hello to me. Hola, too ugly. Yeah, this one time I was, online like this, I've never done this before, like go online. Because, I don't know if anybody's listening or if anybody wants to watch me. But, I'm always on Facebook. My granny calls it Face Panic. Yeah, and I like to go on Twitter, and all I do is tweet. And my granny keeps getting mad at me. She keeps saying, "Get off that phone. All you're doing is tweet, tweet, tweet. Tweet this, tweet that. I'm going to have to put you in the treatment center." That's what she said. Oh, too wicked. But anyways, everybody, I like to say, remember to follow your dreams and don't listen to the bullies. And to all the cute boys out there, call me, whatever.
So, Wind Dancer, she was made after a girlfriend I used to have in Siksika. And most of the characters that I have are actually people who are on the reservation. Because, when we tell jokes at a powwow or, at social gatherings, we like to laugh at ourselves and stuff. Don Bernstick always said that laughter is good medicine. And, every time we poke fun of ourselves and stuff, the funnier it is. This next puppeteer I'd like to introduce you to is the Great Warrior Hunter. Now, the warrior here, he's a traditional Aboriginal man. He's got a headdress on, and he's got war paint. And as you can see here, he's got a choker on and a breastplate. And here's his breechcloth. There you go. That we made for him. We better tie that tight. We don't want to see a Geronimo.
Tie it nice and tight there. There you go. Oh.
So, warrior, can you say hello to everybody? Is that your war cry?
No, you tied my breechcloth too tight.
So, how are you?
Good.
And how's the wife?
Good.
And how are your kids?
Who cares?
Why, how many kids do you have?
Me? I have 4 kids.
What's their names?
Eenie, Meenie, Miney, and Fred.
What happened to Mo?
It's my wife. She don't want no Mo.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, warrior, for coming.
Oh, thank you, and thank you, and thank you. All right, everybody out there in, out there in native land, remember, come to Sutana. Can everybody say Sutana? It's like soot from the fire and the last name Tina. Most people don't know what Sutana means. It means big casino. I'm just kidding. All right, everybody, catch you later. Thank you.
With the comedy that I do is quite clean. I try my best to keep it a family show because, with puppets, young children are watching. And, you don't want to send the wrong message by having a dirty Muppet out there and stuff. If not, I always tried to follow the formula of what Jim Henson did. And if you keep a family strong with good humor, kids will listen and they'll grow up listening and teaching their kids the messages that my puppet characters give out. So I try to keep a good clean show sometimes there. And one of my favorite characters that I have here is, his name is Little Bo. Now, Little Bo here, he was me when I was a kid. And, I always had messy hair. That's why his hair is messy. And little Bo here, he always had a good message for everybody.
Well, we always say, man, that, when growing up on the reservation, there are a lot of bullies out there that like to bug and, make fun of you. But you got to remember sometimes, sometimes we like to tease you because, we like you. Because, that's how Aboriginal people are. When we bug you, that means we like you. And sometimes, the boys, they like to tease the girls. And, sometimes because, they kind of like the girls sometimes. And sometimes the girls like to tease the boys. So there's different kinds of bullying. And, the bad bullying is when you try to beat up somebody and hurt somebody. When you go to school, there should be no reason why somebody should put their hands on you. If somebody tries to bully you at school, you either tell your parents, you tell your best friend, or you tell your teacher. Because you gotta be safe at school, man. Catch you later. Peace out.
So those were a message. Those are characters that have good messages and stuff. Like the warrior with the children, he always says that be proud of who you are. He has a song all about it. If you ever see one of my live shows, because he's dressed up in war paint and his native outfit, and he's proud to wear it and stuff. And you got to remember to be proud of who you are. And Wind Dancer, she says don't be shy, especially when you in front of people. Notice that Wind Dancer, when she was just on, she was very, very shy, but once you start talking to her and she starts talking about herself, she's not shy anymore. And so my granny, she was one of one of the most loving people I've ever had in my entire life. She really liked the characters that I did, and I would get all kinds of presents from her, like from the Muppet Show and whatnot. And I made a puppet after her, which is probably one of my most famous characters that I have ever created. This puppet of Granny, she hosted the Aboriginal Achievement Awards with Adam Beach and Wind Dancer. She filmed a movie with David Hasselhoff and Gordon Tootoosis on a movie called Don't Call Me Tonto. She even did a film with Lauren Cardinal and Cheryl Hickey from Entertainment Tonight Canada. And my granny puppet here, again, she's got a lot of wisdom like my grandmother used to. So Granny here would just like to say hello to everybody.
Hello, 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 hello. I hope everybody out there is safe from this coronavirus. Me, I just stay home. Everybody should just stay home. There are times where I want to travel. I just want to get out of the country and go down south, down to Arizona where the Apaches are. We have relatives down there. I'm Dene, and our Dene people go all the way down to Arizona where the Apaches are. So I have relatives down there. But them too, they're rich. They have their own casinos, golf courses. They're so rich they don't want to be called Apache anymore. They want to be called Apache. I sing a song that everybody likes. And everybody in the crowd, some of you might have seen Granny's show before. This one is called Granny's Fried Bread. If you know the words, sing along with Granny. Okay, here we go. raisins in the middle, raisins in the middle. Hey ya ho, hey ya ho. Way ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, way ya ho, hey ya ho. Way ya, hey ya, hey ya, way ya, hey ya, hey ya, way ya ho, hey ya ho. Okay, everyone sing along with Granny. Here we go. Granny's fried bread, Granny's fried bread. Have a piece, have a piece. Raisins in the middle, raisins in the middle. Hey ya ho, hey ya ho. Granny's fried bread, Granny's fried bread. Hey ya ho, way ya ho. Hey ya, way ya, hey ya, way ya, hey ya, hey ya, way ya ho, way ya ho. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I would like to thank all of you for listening to Granny and to our messages we're trying to teach to everybody. And that is, don't be shy. Be proud of who you are and follow your dreams. You know, it wasn't that long ago that in America, the African Americans, they became victorious when Obama became President of the United States of America. And in this country, I do believe one day we will see the very first Aboriginal Prime Minister. And it could be any one of you in the classroom or wherever you are. Just remember, if you have a dream, you follow it, and one day it'll come true. Granny loves you. Bye-bye. Now, where's my check? Hurry up, I need money. I gotta go to Walmart. Come on, send down around a donation cup. I need money for chicken and bingo. All right, Granny loves you. Bye-bye.
Well, there was Granny there, and she's, you know, a character of her own. But, you know, everybody has a Granny like her. And, you know, that puppet, you know, again, has brought me a lot of fame. And also, you know, she's, you know, been to a lot of communities, and everybody follows, you know, what Granny says. And again, follow your dreams, and one day it'll come true. You know, after all that, you know, I do shows quite a bit. You know, for the past 20 years, I've been to mostly to all the reservations in Canada. And from there, I've, you know, I've won the Gemini Award for doing puppets on a television show called Wapu's Bay. You know, I've done numerous of television shows and movies. And I got some big news that's going to come up in the next couple of months here with my career that is going to shock the entire Native world. But I also remember too is, you know, the bullies that used to beat me up on the bus. And every time I do a show out on the reservation, a bunch of Native kids will come up to me and ask for my autograph. And their parents were the ones who used to beat me up on the bus. And they used to tell me, "Hey, DerRic, remember we used to beat you up for playing with those puppets?" I go, "Yeah, I remember. Your kid wants an autograph. That'll be $20. So, you know, things turn around. So always remember that, you know, dreams come true. And you know, from a kid like me that was on a reservation playing with puppets, who one day believed that I'll work in television, and I just believed in my dream that dreams to come true, and it can happen to anybody. It can happen to you. If you want to see more of my show, look under my name, DerRic Starlight. That's DER capital RC Starlight. And you'll see a lot of, you know, Wind Dancer and Granny and the Warrior and Little Bo and all the other characters that I have created. But you guys have a wonderful day, and remember to wear your masks. And this coronavirus, it will go away very, very shortly, and everybody can go back to work, and the worries will stop. So again, from the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank you very much, and have a good rest of the year. God bless.